Being alone can often be seen as a negative thing in our society. We're constantly told that happiness comes from being surrounded by friends and family, and that being alone is a sign of loneliness, antisocial behavior, or even a lack of success. Today, let's challenge that notion. In reality, solitude can be an incredibly powerful and beneficial experience. Our world is more connected than ever before, tugging on our attention from all directions. Carving out time for quiet reflection has become essential for our mental, emotional, and even spiritual well-being. We live in an age where constant connection is not only possible but expected. Social media, smartphones, and instant communication have created an environment where we're rarely, if ever, truly alone. Every moment of silence seems to be filled with the buzz of notifications or the pressure to stay plugged in to what's happening around us. This constant connection can be mentally draining, and over time it erodes our ability to think clearly, connect with ourselves, and recharge. Solitude, however, offers an antidote to this hyper-connected life. It provides the space we need to disconnect from the external noise and reconnect with our inner selves. Instead of seeing solitude as a negative state, we can reframe it as an intentional act of self-care and empowerment. In peaceful isolation, we are free from distractions, external opinions, and societal pressures. We can reflect, reset, and give our minds and bodies the time they need to recover from the overstimulation of modern life. When we're alone, we're given the chance to truly explore our own thoughts, desires, and feelings. Without the influence of others, we can get to know ourselves on a deeper level, understanding our values, passions, and goals. This process of self-discovery is essential for personal growth. In quiet reflection, we can ask ourselves important questions. What truly makes us happy? What do we want out of life? What are our core beliefs and how do they align with the way we're living? But when we're constantly surrounded by people, it's easy to get caught up in their opinions, needs, and expectations. We may begin to live according to what others want or expect from us, losing sight of our own identity. Diving into a quiet retreat offers the time and space to recalibrate, to reflect on our own needs and desires, and to realign ourselves with our authentic selves. This kind of introspection is where true growth happens, where we can become more self-aware, confident, and purposeful. In solitary reflection, our minds have the freedom to wander. Without the distractions of social interaction or the constant influx of information from the outside world, our brain can engage in deeper thinking. It's often in these quiet moments that creativity and problem-solving flourish. Think about some of the most groundbreaking ideas, works of art, or scientific discoveries. They often occurred in moments of isolation, when individuals had the mental space to think freely, experiment with ideas, and follow their curiosity. Quiet introspection allows for what psychologists call deep work, where we can focus intensively on a task or problem without interruption. In these moments, we can tap into our most creative and innovative selves. When we embrace our inner sanctuary, we give our minds the chance to work through complex challenges and generate fresh ideas, which are essential in both our personal and professional lives. One of the most powerful benefits of spending time alone is the development of emotional resilience. When we are comfortable being alone, we become less dependent on others for our happiness, validation, or sense of self-worth. This independence allows us to build emotional strength and self-sufficiency. We learn to handle difficult emotions, face our fears, and process our thoughts without needing the constant support or distraction of others. Peaceful isolation teaches us how to sit with discomfort. Whether it's loneliness, anxiety, or sadness, spending time alone forces us to confront our emotions head-on, rather than avoiding them through social interactions or distractions. Over time, this process builds emotional resilience, giving us the tools to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. So why does society view solitude in such a negative light? A lot of it comes down to cultural narratives that equate happiness and success with social engagement. We're bombarded with images of people surrounded by friends, having fun, or building large social networks, which can make prolonged alone time seem undesirable or even suspicious. There's a pervasive belief that being alone means being lonely, unwanted, or socially awkward. But solitude and loneliness are not the same. Loneliness is the painful feeling of being disconnected from others, whereas solitude is a voluntary choice. To spend time alone for reflection and self-care. The stigma around being alone stems from an extrovert-focused culture that values social interaction over introspection. But the truth is, some of the most fulfilled and successful people regularly make time for stillness. They understand that taking time to recharge, reflect, and focus inward is key to maintaining balance and achieving long-term well-being. The world we live in can feel frantic and chaotic. To find inner peace, self-care is more important than ever. Reflective time can be one of the most effective self-care practices. It gives us the time and space to rest, reset, and take care of our mental and emotional health. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, going for a walk, or simply sitting in silence, a private retreat allows us to step back from the demands of daily life and focus on our own well-being. Just as we prioritize exercise or healthy eating, we should prioritize opportunities for introspection in our daily routines. These moments help us manage stress, gain clarity, and return to our social interactions with a renewed sense of energy and purpose. Far from being a negative thing, solitude is a vital aspect of a balanced, healthy life. Remember, being alone is not something to fear or avoid. It is a powerful tool for self-discovery, emotional resilience, creativity, and overall well-being. In a society that values constant connection, we must learn to embrace solitude as a necessary and empowering part of our lives. By doing so, we open ourselves up to a deeper understanding of who we are and what we truly need to thrive. One of the key benefits of spending time alone is the opportunity for self-reflection. In our always connected world, we are constantly bombarded with external stimuli and the presence of others. This non-stop engagement can make it challenging to hear our own thoughts and truly understand ourselves. When we're alone, however, we're able to slow down and create space for introspection. This pause allows us to look inward, exploring our thoughts, emotions, and motivations more deeply. By doing so, we can gain clarity on our values, goals, and desires. This self-knowledge is invaluable as it enables us to make more authentic choices and live in alignment with who we truly are. Understanding ourselves better can lead to greater life satisfaction and a sense of purpose. Personal stillness and reflection also provides an ideal environment for tapping into our creativity. Many of history's greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators have attributed their breakthroughs to periods of solitary contemplation. When we're alone, we're free from the distractions and social pressures that can stifle our creative flow. This freedom allows our minds to wander, exploring new ideas and making unexpected connections. In solitude, we can indulge in activities like journaling, sketching, or simply daydreaming without the fear of judgment or interruption. This unencumbered mental space can lead to innovative ideas, deeper insights, and a greater sense of fulfillment. By regularly engaging in solitary activities, we can cultivate and nurture our creative potential, leading to more meaningful and impactful contributions in our lives and work. Solitude can be profoundly restorative for our mental and emotional well-being. In today's society, there is often an expectation to be constantly on and available to others. This unceasing engagement can be draining, leading to stress, burnout, and emotional exhaustion. Taking time alone allows us to decompress and recharge. Here we find a sanctuary where we can process our thoughts and feelings without the need to perform or conform to social expectations. This mental and emotional downtime can reduce stress, improve our mood, and help us show up as our best selves in our relationships and responsibilities. By prioritizing our emotional well-being, we can better manage our mental health and cultivate a greater sense of inner peace and resilience. Another significant benefit of taking time out for ourselves is the ability to enhance our focus and concentration. In an environment free from distractions, we can dedicate our full attention to tasks that require deep thought and critical analysis. Whether it's studying, writing, or strategic planning, solitude allows us to delve deeply into complex subjects and make meaningful progress. This enhanced focus can lead to better decision-making, increased productivity, and more effective problem-solving. By setting aside time for solitary work, we can achieve our goals more efficiently and with greater satisfaction. Spending time alone can also contribute to the development of emotional intelligence and empathy. When we're not distracted by the presence of others, we have the opportunity to explore and understand our own emotions more deeply. This self-awareness is a crucial component of emotional intelligence. Additionally, time in seclusion allows us to realign through activities that foster empathy, such as reading or reflecting on the experiences of others. By nurturing our emotional intelligence and empathy, we can build stronger, more meaningful relationships with others and contribute to a more compassionate and understanding world. Being comfortable with yourself is a sign of strength and self-sufficiency. It means we don't rely on others for our happiness or sense of self-worth. We can enjoy our own company and find fulfillment in our own interests and pursuits. This independence is incredibly empowering and can make us more resilient in the face of life's challenges. By cultivating an appreciation for solitude, we can better cope with loneliness, navigate difficult times, and maintain a positive outlook, even when circumstances are tough. This resilience can lead to greater overall well-being and a more fulfilling life. Solitude encourages us to cultivate authenticity. When we're alone, we're free from the social pressures that often influence our behavior and decisions. This freedom allows us to be true to ourselves, exploring interests and activities that genuinely resonate with us. Through introspection, we can discover and nurture our unique talents, passions, and perspectives. This authentic self-expression can lead to a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Additionally, when we are comfortable being ourselves, we can form more meaningful and authentic relationships with others, fostering a sense of connection and belonging. Personal stillness provides an opportunity to deepen our wisdom and insight. When we're alone, we have the time and space to engage in activities like reading, meditation, and contemplation. These pursuits can broaden our perspectives, challenge our assumptions, and expand our understanding of the world. By regularly engaging in solitary reflection, we can cultivate a deeper wisdom that informs our decisions, enriches our experiences, and guides us through life's complexities. This wisdom can lead to a more fulfilling and purposeful existence, benefiting not only ourselves, but also those around us. The benefits of a solitary pause are manifold and profound. From self-reflection and creativity to emotional well-being and resilience, embracing solitary pauses can transform our lives in powerful ways. By setting aside time for solitary activities and cultivating an appreciation for being alone, we can unlock our full potential, deepen our relationships, and lead more fulfilling and authentic lives. The idea of being alone often carries a stigma in our society, where social connections and extroversion are often emphasized as markers of success and happiness. We may worry that if we're seen alone, others will perceive us as lonely, odd, or even incapable of forming or maintaining relationships. These assumptions, however, are built on deep-rooted societal expectations rather than personal truths, and it's time we challenge these negative associations and redefine what solitude means. It's essential to recognize the distinction between solitude and loneliness. Loneliness is often an unpleasant and painful feeling, stemming from a sense of isolation and disconnection from others. It can make us feel incomplete, as if we are missing something crucial in our lives. In contrast, solitude is a conscious and empowering choice. It is the act of spending time alone, not out of necessity, but out of desire to recharge, reflect, and nurture our inner selves. Time in seclusion provides the opportunity to turn inward and engage with our thoughts, emotions, and creativity without external distractions. This time can be incredibly fulfilling, as it allows us to deepen our understanding of who we are, what we want, and where we are going in life. Many people find that healthy moments in isolation foster personal growth, self-reliance, and a sense of contentment that is often difficult to achieve in constantly busy external environments. The fear of being judged for being alone stems from societal norms that value extroversion and constant social interaction. From an early age, we are taught that socializing is key to happiness and success, which often leads to the misconception that being alone is undesirable or even a sign of failure. But it's important to challenge these outdated beliefs. Choosing to spend time alone doesn't mean we are rejecting others, nor does it indicate that we are antisocial or lacking in relationships. In fact, people who are comfortable being alone tend to have a stronger sense of self. They are less likely to seek validation or approval from others, and are more confident in their own identity. This self-assuredness can translate into healthier, more balanced relationships where they don't depend on others to fill emotional gaps or insecurities. Interestingly, the ability to enjoy solitude can actually enhance the quality of our relationships with others. When we are comfortable with ourselves and embrace alone time, we become more grounded and emotionally self-sufficient. We no longer enter relationships out of fear of being alone or in search of external validation. Instead, we seek connections that are authentic, mutual, and based on shared values and respect. In this sense, solitude cultivates emotional independence. We don't burden our relationships with unrealistic expectations to make us whole or keep us perpetually entertained. As a result, our connections with others become more equal, deeper, and more fulfilling because they are based on genuine interest and affection rather than emotional neediness. Another powerful aspect of solitude is its ability to spark creativity and mental clarity. Some of the greatest thinkers, writers, and artists in history have used personal sanctuaries to fuel their creativity and innovation. Without the constant influx of social noise and external stimuli, our minds are free to wander, daydream, and explore ideas that might otherwise go unnoticed. In solitude, we have the space to process complex emotions, solve problems, and tap into our creative potential. Moving through the hyperconnectivity, it is easy to become overwhelmed with information and distractions. Solitude offers us a rare chance to unplug and focus solely on our thoughts, whether it's through meditation, journaling, walking in nature, or simply sitting quietly. This time provides a refuge where we can clear our minds, set new intentions, and gain perspective on the bigger picture of our lives. In our lives today, where self-care and mental health are becoming increasingly prioritized, reframing solitude as a vital form of self-care is important. Just as we set aside time for exercise, healthy eating, and sleep, we must also make space for solitude. It is an essential practice that allows us to recalibrate, reflect, and nurture our mental and emotional well-being. Spending time alone can also strengthen our resilience and mental fortitude. It teaches us how to sit with our thoughts and feelings, even the uncomfortable ones, without needing to escape or distract ourselves with others. This ability to be alone with ourselves, to face and embrace our own minds, can be transformative. It can lead to greater self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and overall life satisfaction. Ultimately, overcoming the stigma of being alone requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing solitude as something to avoid or be ashamed of, we can embrace it as a valuable tool for personal growth, creativity, and self-discovery. By redefining our relationship with solitude, we not only improve our own well-being, but also bring more depth and authenticity to the relationships we have with others.